Good morning or good evening YouTube, I'm back here with another video, and today when you're watching this video it is the 1st of October 2025 and GISELLE is about to get a rerun banner on Friday. So I thought it could be nice to do a hero build guide on her. Obviously there are other build guides on GISELLE out on the internet here, and I've also made one myself earlier. But this one is part of my ultimate hero build guide series, where I'm actually doing another video on how to build the hero, but using all the experience that we've had now with the hero and that I have personally had with the hero, giving you a lot of tips and tricks and stuff like that. Now before we go on, if you haven't already and you are enjoying to watch my content, it would be very much appreciated if you would hit the like button and the subscribe, or just the subscribe. And yeah, that just means a lot, right? We are very close to 1,000 subscribers now, so hopefully we can hit it by the end of October or during October. That would be fantastic. It's a milestone for my YouTube account, right? Okay, so let's get into this GISELLE hero build guide here. Now first of all, I must admit my stats are very good on my GISELLE. I'm very happy with it. There are some pros and there are some cons about GISELLE at the moment. Now, one of the things we will talk about later is when we get to the PvP part, because she is being hard countered by a new hero that we have, Boreas. He just got into the game here during the anniversary, and he definitely counters GISELLE in PvP, but there is no Boreas heroes in PvE yet, so yeah, GISELLE still 10 out of 10, very good hero. Perfect limited hero. We'll talk about it. Now let's start with the stats. Let's talk about what she needs. Then we're going to test her, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to spend some money or you want to try and get her this Friday here on the banner when she comes, right? I would advise everyone to get her, but it's up to you. Okay, so first of all, I think for the gear part, it's very easy to gear her. It's not that hard. She needs skill damage, she needs mastery, and she needs attack. Now it doesn't say that she needs attack, but she needs attack. Actually, the effect hit here, which is a recommended stat, is not really necessary. The only reason it's actually put as a recommended stat here is because, and you can see it here, her class is a support. So the hero is a support, right? But it's not a support. It's one of the best damage dealers that we have in the game. AoE damage dealers, dot damage dealers. She's just great, okay? She's not a support hero, she's a DPS hero. We never knew why they chose to put her as a support, right? But she's anything but support, let me tell you that, okay? So don't listen too much to these in-game ones here. Listen to my voice instead. Listen to what I have to say, okay? Give her attack, give her mastery, and then give her all the skill damage that you can get. That is it, okay? And then you need some speed. Obviously I have a lot of speed, right? That's all. Don't go for the effect hit, because you're getting a lot of effect hit actually from her passive. You will be getting, I think it's her exclusive one here. Yeah, exclusive one, you will be getting 120% effect hit if you have 240% mastery, okay? So it's better to just stack the mastery and then get the effect hit from that. But we're getting a bit carried away here, so let's just take it one by one. Everyone, I think, knows what GISELLE is doing at this point, right? She is just very strong, and her S4 here is the best ability that she has. She'll give an attack buff for herself and the allies before she attacks. Then she's gonna attack 11 times. That is a lot of times, okay? With each of the first 10 stages dealing a lot of poison damage, and then the last one also has a chance to stun. So she can do a lot of AoE stun and stuff like that, okay? And she can do up to 400% more damage to bosses, and this is just with her exclusive 0. It's just built into her kit. You don't have to have any exclusives on her. She can do a lot of this stuff here. She can do the stuns, she can do all of that, okay? She has also unique debuff here called Bewitchment, and she has the Poison Fright poison buff also. 2 unique ones here for GISELLE, which will just add to more poison damage for her. She's just a fantastic hero, okay? Now if you get exclusives on her on Friday, I definitely would go for exclusive 3 on her. Well, surprise, right? That is the case in most cases, I guess, with these heroes here. But let's just talk about it real quick, what you get along the way. So with exclusive 1, you're actually gaining what I just told you. You'll get some effect hit here for free when you get some mastery. And also she'll start to cleanse. When she inflicts a debuff, sorry, or an enemy cleanses, she's actually going to remove 1 layer of buff. Okay, so she's becoming a buff stripper when you give her exclusive 1, which is also huge. And she'll also have some more skill damage reduction with her bewitchment ability. Now exclusive 2, and when she does the poison damage with the poison fright, she will be able to heal herself, which is a great. She can stay alive, very nice. I'm going to show you that in the gameplay test in just a minute. And then at exclusive 3, she's getting a lot of stuff, like a lot of debuffs and stuff like that. And she'll also gain the ability when all allies have taken damage, then she's going to counter attack, and it's actually her turn. So you don't need a lot of speed on her, but speed is just nice to have. But she will be able to counter attack if she doesn't go first, right? So if the enemy has a Lydia, for example, and you have Giselle, the Lydia will proc the Giselle, and you get your turn with Giselle right after. Just bear that in mind, okay? So I think for the stats, that is the stats. You can see my gear here. I've put her into a double devour set. I would recommend that set, or go for the poison, this one here, mastery dot damage speed set is also very good if you can have that. Now if you're early gamer, you don't have access to the devour set or something like that, I would actually put her either in a speed set with some mastery stats on it, or maybe pick this one here with attack and mastery. I think this one can work also for early and mid game with the attack and mastery, and just go for something that has speed on it, okay? So I think those are the good sets for her. In the first slot here, you want to have mastery. In the middle slot, you can go with attack or affected, it's up to you. And then the last one, you want to have speed. So that is how to gear her. Now for the echo, she has her own echo, and it's very, very strong. I would advise you to try and get a few copies of it if you can from some of those echo selection boxes and stuff like that we get. You want to have it at least 4-star. You can stop at 4-star. There's hardly any difference between 4 and 5-star. You want to have this effect down here, and basically it is that when enemies are doing damage to you, they can only do 1 HP damage for the first 3 stages of attack. So that is very strong on her echo, okay? And if you want to min-max, obviously get the last 2-3% here, but 4-star is a very good target. Even at 2-star, you can stop at 2-star, because then you are removing like 2 stages of attacks. Most heroes just have 2 stages, they don't have 3 or 4 stages, so you'll have the ability to remove some of the burst that you encounter in the opening, right? For the arcane gem, and I'm going to show you my arcane gem here, I have this bloodshed crystal on her. I would go for this one here. It is kind of made for her, actually. It fits her perfectly. You can get it to 5-star. She's gonna get 50% more attack along the way, and I would probably just like stop at 5-star. I don't think you need a 6 and 7-star here. So get this one here to 5-star, and that is fine for PvE and PvP. Okay, so aura. She is one of those heroes that is very nice with a versatility aura. I would definitely put a versatility aura on her if you have the ability to do so. Now, if you don't have that ability, I would say this one here is the next best choice. So the advanced hit aura, giving her attack and affected is very good. And then if you are like very early game and you don't have that, there isn't actually any, like the epic auras is not good for her. Like this one here, of course, it's gonna give her 18%, right? But you are not going to get the other 18% down here, so this one is better to put on one of your actual supports, so that you can get 18% more mastery. A better choice is actually to use the blue one here. This one here gives you 24% extra mastery when you are above 50% HP, and she's healing herself, like I said, so with exclusive 2, so you'll be high HP all the time. So that is very nice. Now for blessings, you can go with whatever fits the hero, okay? This one is actually one of those heroes that have just like a mixed bag of blessings for me. I got her speed, affected, mastered, poison damage. I actually just gave her one of each, and it seems to work for me and my gearing. Let's talk about the emblems. The emblems is the standard dot build here. I'm gonna leave it here on the screen. You can take a screenshot or pause the video. And you can also find these emblems, I think, on the InfiniteMagicraid bot on the Discord, on the official Discord. I think it's the same emblems maybe that are being used there without knowing, but I think it's the same, right? Because it's very standard. So, okay, that is good. I don't think we need to talk more about all her equipment and stuff like that. I think it's time to test her and show you what she can do. Right, so I'm just gonna jump into Arena this time here as the first gameplay tester, and then we do the PvE afterwards. Normally I do PvE first and then PvP, but this time I thought it could be fun to just do the PvP and get that over with, talk about it, because there are some things I want to talk about real quick here. And it is actually this hero here. You see the blue one here, Boreas. He just came into the game, as I said, at anniversary, and he is a hard counter to Giselle. The thing is that Boreas will counter attack and be able to kill the team here if Giselle applies 10 dots on him, and she does that with her S4, right? So you can't use it against Boreas teams. So he's a hard counter. So if I want to show you, I need to find another team, right? But I can show you again something like this, maybe just to show you how strong she is. We can put her in here and remove this pet here, and let me try to find a team that I think can maybe solo this here, because obviously that big jack there is gonna give the turn to someone and I might die, right? So let's just see here. Let give me 2 seconds. Okay, no idea if this is gonna work, but maybe it's gonna work. So we're gonna put in Wim here. Where did Wim go? Wim disappeared. He thought, nope, not having it. So we're gonna go with Wim here, and the lance is probably just gonna kill him from the beginning of the battle, right? I'm gonna use the poison pet because that's a free-to-play pet. Everyone can get that from the start of the battle here. Now watch that lance will actually hit all the allies here, and he will activate Giselle right away because all allies got hit. Now if I had used Giselle solo, she would also actually get her turn as soon as she was being hit the first time by the lance. So yeah, not too sure why I put Vim in, but that's just for fun, right? Now let's see her damage here. Can she do any damage? And you can see here that is just one S4 here. Now I managed to kill someone, and let's see here if I die. Yeah, okay, so I died. I was a bit too squishy there. So let's just try one more here. I'm gonna tank my rating here, right? I'm number 1 here, but it's okay. This is for science here. So we know that we're gonna die, right? So what I'm gonna do instead is I'll just put something in so that I can't die, right? So let's put a Reina in here, which is very good. Now I should not be able to die, I think, from the beginning of the battle. Let's just put the Wim in as well, because he also applies a shield, just like Reina actually. Let's try this here. Maybe this will work, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna, because I just want to show you how strong she is, right? So now she got her turn. Let's see here, who can she kill? So she managed to kill both Vasily this time and Lance. Now we have the tierlists left, and we have the big jack here. So now we're gonna take our turn here with Wim, and you can see that she's just counter-attacking and doing stuff here, and it's just great, right? She's full HP because she's healing herself. She's actually healing herself, right? And you can see here that she managed to solo this team here, basically, right? All I had to do was just put in a few heroes here that would make me stay alive, perhaps. This time here, Reina actually didn't do anything, so I didn't really need it. No special pets or anything, just Giselle at exclusive 3. She will be able to counter a team like this here with Lance, tierlists, Vasily. You can see it here, right? Even a panda who can cleanse all my debuffs. I just obliterated it, right? Let's see. One more team maybe, if we have something that is strong. Like, let's see this, for example. So we have the Erato exclusive 4 there, and that's going to be very strong. The Lydia there will also be very strong, and the Kalana will be very strong. So let's see how we can do against a team like that. And now we should get our turn. You can see we got our turn here because the Lydia actually hit us. So let's see what happens if we do one S4 here. And you can see with just one S4, I actually managed to kill 3 out of 5 heroes, and now it's my turn again, and I can do the S2. So you can actually see that I could probably have soloed that team with just my Giselle, and that is how strong Giselle is. So I think you should definitely try and get her on Friday, right? Even like maybe in your server, there aren't a lot of Boreases here. I'm in Endgame, right? So I've played for 3 years. So for me, I'm meeting a lot of strong players, whales and krakens and stuff like that, and they all have this here, right? But maybe something different for you. Another hero that actually counters Giselle is Marie, because Marie will only take damage from crits, and Giselle cannot crit. So that is another big, that's just not good, right? So let's see here against a team here with a Nikki Leaf here and some other stuff, and there is also Giselle there. Let's see how that goes, just to try it out here for fun. Let's see, so we got hit again, and you saw it there, Nikki actually procced the Giselle. And now I can do this here and see if I can do any damage, and we cannot do any damage, so we might be out of luck here, but we will see what happens here. Yeah, so there you saw Giselle exclusive 2, actually also very strong. All she needed was her turn, and then she managed to kill me because of the Nikki Leaf and the Big Jack buff there, and obviously that is very strong. So what we're gonna do now is just, he had a better pet than me, right? So I'm gonna put in the same pet here, and then I'm gonna remove Wim, and then I'll just put in a team to actually, you know what, we can just put in my Apsara here, because then I'm gonna get my turn, right? So I'm gonna get my turn, and let's just see this team here. It should be able to kill it. We also maybe want to remove the Nikki buff there, and you know what? I think we can do it with this team here, guys. I don't think we need much more than that. We can try Kalana actually, just to add some extra poison damage, and then we can try Kadrian as well, also for some extra poison damage. And then now we have a fun poison team here, just to see what happens. Let's see here. We're going to start with S4 on Apsara. We're going to use this one here. Turn the boost, get some poison debuffs going. You can see here the spider bug here. And Giselle is going to go here. And let's see, Kadrian, can you get our turn? With Kadrian, let's see here. We can get our turn maybe. Yes, so Terminator down here. And now we're going to go with the S4 on Kadrian there. Kill the enemy Giselle. Gonna proc my shield here, and you can see she cleansed it up. So just by adding a few heroes, and none of the heroes that I added except for Apsara, obviously, because I just wanted my turn, right? They are all non-limited heroes. So she's very, very strong. Giselle is very, very strong. Now let's see her in PvE. Okay, so we're back here, and this is faction Abyss 30, and I'm just gonna show it real quick here that she can solo this here. That's the first wave, and this is the second wave. Now the thing is that she kind of changed her own abilities here, because she's the only hero on the team, and she has a passive that when all allies have taken the turn, she's gonna take another turn, right? Or cast this 2 or whatever. So that is what is happening here. She's just chaining her turn, she's healing herself with the exclusive 2, and everything is fine. She can solo this content easily. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show you in the this here, because I already cleared it, I think. But you can actually use her to solo the stages where they need the demon faction. You can use it for the special, even on hard. Even on hard, actually, she can solo that, okay? So, very good for Elemental City as well. And you'll also need her for Cloister 39. If you want to beat that, you can use her for that as well. She's very strong there. So definitely get her. Now let's see what else we have. Alright, so let's do a Wuthering Coast test here, just to see her damage. We are taking the poison buff here. And you can see the damage on her is very close to Kadrian actually. My Kadrian, I gave him also some good gear, and he's very much a boss killer. She's more a DPS for the waves, so for the trash, like she needs to do AoE damage. Kadrian is doing a bit more single target damage, and you can clearly see here that she is strong, very, very strong. Obviously, now you can see that she is actually much stronger than the other heroes here, so she can also definitely help you reach that 16 billion damage threshold that you are wanting to hit for sure. And she's also very viable in the Uli boss, obviously. So, but that is kind of given, right, as a limited hero. Now, let's try and just do one dungeon run and see how that goes. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work. Just put in a full poison team here with only Giselle as the only limited hero, and the poison pit. And this is ROM 40, which is one of the most important dungeons that you should be able to farm, because then you can farm the 6-star legendary gear when we have the speed events, right? So let's see how that is performing here at stage 40 with just one limited hero and no special pets other than the free-to-play pet. So far it looks very nice, and you can see here what I told you. She's gonna stun the waves, and she's also gonna do a lot of damage on the waves, like for AoE damage, right? That is her job, is to do AoE damage on those waves here. And here you can see Kadrian is taking some damage because of that annoying debuff there. But let's see if we can quickly remove that guy before we die here, right? You can see damage here is very nice. Now it's going to be interesting to see after the fight here how much damage, but you can see when she does the 11 stages of attack how strong she is, and she will definitely help you in early game and mid game also with all your content. So once again, I would just advise you to summon for her. There's no guarantee that you will get her, but fingers crossed that you might get her on Friday, right? So you can clearly see here that with this team here, it's very easy to do stage 40, and stage 40 should be your first endgame goal here, because you get the 6-star gear, and it removes all the 5-star gear, right? And all the 5-star gear, right? So stage 40 is definitely what you should aim for. These other stages here are not that important actually. It's just a tiny bit more drop rate on the legendary gear, but it's still very random for all of it, right? So as you can see here, she's very strong. Now let's just finish off by showing one more PvP thing here in the 3 vs 3. So let me just, one moment. Okay, so the first team here you're looking at is one of the very popular CC teams that's going around at the moment. You can use this team here for sure, and there's only one limited hero, that's GISELLE here, and then if you have the other heroes you can do this team here with the poison pet. And you can see how she just one-shot that wave there. It's no problem for her to do a lot of damage. She's being countered by Boreas and she's being countered by Marie. But other than that, I don't think there are a lot of heroes actually in the game that can counter her. She's killing all lances. She's gonna kill like Felicias and stuff like that. It's only Marie and only Boreas. So if you have a lot of those in your bracket, obviously it's gonna be harder for you. But if you don't have it, then you can enjoy GISELLE fully. She is a very nice hero. I hope you enjoyed this video, and sorry if it got a bit too long. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any suggestions or feedback on the format here. Could we do it differently? Is there something I didn't show you? All of that, let me know in the comments down below. Have a nice day, have a nice evening. Cheers, bye.